Hey everyone, my name's Anthony Cofrancesco from brainyflights.com, and today I'm going to be answering a question I get all of the time, and that is, who can get a business credit card, or more importantly, can I get a business credit card? Now, it's kind of a very straightforward answer, and there's a little bit of ambiguity around it. And so generally, you have people that are going through the travel hacking process and they're saying, okay, I have access to all these really great consumer cards, but what would it take if I actually wanted to get a business credit card? Because as you'll see when I'm talking about the Chase Ink for Business, the American Express Platinum Business Card, there are some really distinct advantages to having a business credit card, in addition to the fact that you can just earn an entirely new sign-up bonus and some extra perks from having the card. So by and large, pretty much the only thing that you need to get a business credit card is an EIN number. An EIN number is like a social security number, but it's for businesses. Now, if you're a business owner, you're probably like, well, yeah, everyone knows what an EIN is, but if you're someone who doesn't currently have a business, or maybe you have a hobby business, something that you're kind of just doing on the side, you might just be filing your taxes as a sole proprietor, right? And when you're a sole proprietor, it's essentially meaning that all the taxes that your business makes, you're gonna look at your business and yourself as the exact same thing. There's no difference. When you start to break it out and you file for an EIN number, it's essentially saying, well, now I want to separate the taxes of my business and I want to separate them from my personal taxes. So it's just kind of a tax identification number, but for a business. So getting an EIN is actually really easy, and it takes all of 5 seconds. You just go onto the IRS website, you type in the name of your business, and then you can get an EIN pretty easily. Now, whether you want to actually go through the process of making your business into into an LLC, I'd say that entire process costs about $500, and you can do it fairly easily through different companies like Legally or LegalZoom. But in terms of actually getting the EIN, it's pretty straightforward. Now, what actually counts as a business? Well, that's a pretty complex answer, right? If I want to knit scarves in my free time and I want to sell them online, in theory, from a tax standpoint, a lot of people would view that, and the government would view that as a business. If I'm making $50,000 a month selling scarves, even if I'm doing it all myself, the government's gonna want their cut of those taxes, right? So a business really can be a lot of different things. There's people that they get items that are used and they resell them on eBay. There's people who are artists, there's people who are videographers, there's people who are freelance workers. And in theory, they might not have an EIN number, but they're actually providing a business to other people. They're taking in revenue, they're making profits, and you're running a business on the side. One important thing to keep in mind, because yeah, you can just go and get an EIN number, you can explain what your business does, and if you have any kind of, any kind of history as a business, maybe if you have a business bank account, you can kind of show, here's what I've done in the past in terms of revenue, in terms of profits. Just because you have an EIN number doesn't necessarily mean that A, you'll be approved for a business card, or B, that the EIN number is the be-all end-all of what the decision is into actually making that credit decision of if they're going to give you a credit card. So a real big thing that people don't seem to understand is that if your business is brand new, right? So if I go on the IRS website and I get an EIN tomorrow and I put that in, the bank, when the algorithm is going through deciding whether they want to approve you or deny you, it's going to go and it's going to see that this business is brand new. So what bank with a reasonable mind is going to give any kind of credit limit to a company that's brand new, right? No one's going to do it. And that's why when you're applying for a business credit card, you'll not only put in your EIN, but you're also going to put in your social security number. So if you have a business or an EIN that's brand new, 9 times out of 10, it's just going to really be a factor of your personal credit score of whether or not you're able to get approved for that business line of credit. And then if you default on that business line of credit, they're going to go after you for the money, and that's kind of one of the things that's stated in the terms and conditions. So that being said, who can get a business credit card? Well, the short answer is that anyone with an EIN really can get a business credit card, right? So if you've been doing a hobby business for a few years, I'd highly recommend, if you have any kind of revenue, if you have a bank account, even if it's a personal bank account that you're using for business reasons, maybe switch that over to a business bank account and you'll pretty easily be able to get yourself your own business credit cards. On top of that, if you're a business owner and you're either using cards that aren't working well, right, or that aren't earning you a lot, maybe you're using just a business debit card or something like that, I'd highly recommend at least considering getting a business credit card. In another video, I talk about the Chase Ink for Business. It's a very valuable card not just from a sign-up bonus, but also from an earning potential that you can earn. I recommend that every single business owner has one just because of how valuable they are for the business, but you can check that out in another video. So I hope that answers the question a little bit about who can get a business card, really anyone with an EIN. I've had multiple business cards even before I had businesses that were as successful as they are now. So they're pretty easy to get, but it will just be a reflection on your personal credit score until the business is large enough to have any kind of revenue or profits where you'll actually get your own line of credit. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up, and then also subscribe to this channel for more helpful videos in the future. Thanks so much and have a great day.